Thank you so much. Let me express my appreciation to the amazing young people who are giving leadership to this commemorative march and rally and celebration. I think we can all shout about the fact that our future is in good hands when we look at the Next Generation Action Network handling business. They represent the best of what America is about, and as a consequence, I'm convinced our best days as a nation are not behind us, they are in front of us. And so one more time, let's give a shout out of thanksgiving to the amazing young people of the Next Generation Action Network. They are doing the doggone thing. I think it's only appropriate that we stand in the symbolic shadows of a justice center where too often the population of this center is in an adverse fashion populated by young persons of ebony hue. And with that being the case, they identify with who? Tupac Shakur, who said instead of a war on poverty, they got a war on drugs so the police can bother me. And with that being the case, we recognize our responsibility to stand here on the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday to simply say, on the one hand, we are singing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Yes, we are here to commemorate the sacrifices, the shoulders that we stand on. We are here because we have a past that we are proud of. If I was preaching on a Sunday, I would simply remind us of Joshua telling the people of faith, before you cross the Jordan River, make sure you pick up some stones. In the future, your kids are going to ask you, what did these stones mean? You tell them, in the past, God made a way out of no way, and if God can do it back then, God can do it right now. What do the stones of Selma mean? The stones of Selma mean that we have the wisdom, here it is, of Willie Mays. You're too young to know anything about Willie Mays, one of the greatest baseball players in the history of the game. But when Willie Mays got his first major check, check out what he said. Willie Mays said, every time I cash my check, I thank Jackie Robinson. Meaning Willie Mays knew that there was a Jackie Robinson that opened the door so he could walk through that door. Why have we gathered here today? Because we want to say thank you, John Lewis. Thank you, Martin Luther King Jr. Thank you, Diane Nash. Thank you to all of those who opened up the door and shed their blood that we might have the right and the responsibility to vote. And so yes, we are here to sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. We are here to commemorate, but that ain't enough. We've got to move from commemoration to continuation. Why? We move to continuation because of the sad reality. A few years ago, the Supreme Court had the unmitigated gall to gut the Voting Rights Act that had been signed in blood on the Edmund Pettus Bridge. And with that being the case, states like our dear Texas had the nerve to move forward under our present governor to pass the most suppressive voter ID laws in the entire nation, trying to keep people from voting after we did so much to fight for the right to vote. And so this is a time of continuation. We have a responsibility in the name of what was done for us to say, we're not just going to stand on your shoulders, we're going to march ourselves, and we are going to make sure that the right and protection of voting is guaranteed to every person, regardless of their background and regardless of where they come from. But then finally, we have a right, we have a responsibility of continuation. Why? Because still the sad reality is, just as 50 years ago they marched into the terror and brutality of persons authorized by their badge, and they used it not to protect us but to abuse us. And Mike Brown and Trayvon Martin and countless others speak from the grave today and say it's not enough for us to simply commemorate. We have a responsibility to continue. So I close with the wonderful words, who is it, of Big Sean and Drake, as they simply say, I'm down for the cause and never down for the count. Peace.
Keep on walking, keep on